The Honda 0 Series Alpha, often referred to simply as Honda 0A, represents Honda's new design and engineering direction for future electric vehicles. Instead of trying to build on their existing gasoline lineup, Honda is framing the 0 Series as a clean reset. The idea behind the 0 name is to return to the starting point. Honda wants to reduce unnecessary mechanical complexity, simplify the driving interface, and rethink how a car should feel when operated in a quiet, electric environment. The project is not meant to replicate the driving feel of gasoline vehicles, but to define a new baseline for EV driving identity. The DRF is built on a new EV architecture that is expected to support multiple future models. This platform focuses on structural rigidity and battery placement, efficiency to create a low center of gravity, which improves stability and turn-in control. Honda's priority is to reduce body roll and improve steering character, aiming for an intuitive driving sensation similar to earlier Honda sedans known for natural handling. Rather than aiming for extreme acceleration, Honda is focusing on predictable response and smooth linear torque delivery. A major part of the 0 Series strategy is software. Honda intends to reduce menu clutter and visual overload in the cabin. The user interface is planned to prioritize clear, distraction-free feedback, using layout logic similar to well-designed industrial tools. Honda's approach differs from many EV brands, pushing large screens and playful UI animations. Instead, the 0A concept signals a return to tactile, direct feedback where the driver remains central to the experience. This marks Honda's attempt to maintain the emotional and mechanical clarity of their earlier models, but adapted to electric power. The Honda 0 Alpha's exterior design is built around aerodynamic efficiency and minimal surface tension. The front end does not rely on aggressive grills or ornamentation, reflecting the lower cooling needs of electric powertrains. The hood slopes gently to maintain forward visibility and reduce aerodynamic drag, while the lighting signature uses slim LED strips that communicate precision rather than visual drama. The overall impression is clean, intentional, and free from clutter. The side profile of the 0AA emphasizes a long, smooth roofline with a slight taper toward the rear. The design reduces wind resistance at highway speed and supports range conservation, especially on long drives. The wheel arches are sculpted in a restrained manner, and the wheels themselves are optimized for airflow rather than sporty aesthetics. Honda's design emphasis here appears to be functional refinement. The idea that every curve and angle should serve either aerodynamic, performance, or structural clarity. There is very little superfluous shaping or unnecessary visual noise. At the rear, the 0A continues the horizontal design theme. The tail lighting stretches across the back to visually widen the stance, while the rear window angle supports aerodynamic flow separation. The vehicle is designed to minimize turbulence behind the car, which reduces drag and helps maintain stability. The trunk and hatch design are shaped to improve cargo functionality, without breaking the clean flow of the roofline. Overall, the 0 Alpha's exterior presentation prioritizes efficiency, visibility, and simplicity. The design language moves away from aggressive styling trends and instead conveys a calm, technical presence. Honda appears to be signaling that the future of EV design may favor clarity over spectacle. Inside, the Honda 0A attempts to redefine the relationship between the driver and the interface. Unlike many modern EVs that rely on oversized screens as the dominant control center, the 0 Series seeks to create a quieter, more intentional cabin atmosphere. Physical controls are preserved in key areas, especially for functions that drivers use frequently, such as climate adjustment and drive mode changes. Honda's guiding principle is to reduce UI fatigue, minimizing the need for deep menu navigation. The dashboard layout features a wide, horizontal screen that delivers essential driving information at a quick glance. The UI is expected to favor clear typography, simple icons, and minimal color distraction. Honda understands that EV driving is often quiet and smooth, which can cause sensory drift. Therefore, the visual and tactile feedback inside the cabin needs to maintain a grounded sense of control. Steering feedback and pedal response are tuned to feel natural, instead of digital or artificial. Seating is arranged to support natural posture with long drive comfort in mind. Cabin materials prioritize texture and tactile feedback instead of gloss, surfaces that show wear or fingerprints easily. Interior sound management is also central to the design. Instead of using synthetic motor noise, Honda says it is developing sound cues that are subtle and functional rather than theatrical. The objective is not to simulate a gasoline engine, but to create feedback that helps the driver understand acceleration and vehicle movement in an intuitive way. The interior philosophy of the Zero A aims to make the vehicle feel familiar, stable, and engaging without overwhelming the senses. It is an attempt to preserve Honda's historic driving clarity within a fully electric platform. The Honda Zero A is engineered around the idea that driving feel should remain central, even as vehicles become more software-defined. Honda is prioritizing steering precision, pedal modulation, and smooth power delivery. This reflects Honda's belief that EVs should not only offer quiet operation but also convey clear driver feedback. The vehicle's center of gravity is kept low due to battery placement, helping reduce rolling corners. Suspension geometry is tuned for predictability, focusing on consistent handling rather than tight sport stiffness. Regarding powertrain strategy, Honda is working toward next-generation battery systems that reduce charging times and improve energy density. While final production specifications are not confirmed, the company has signaled that efficiency and thermal stability will take priority over high output figures. Honda intends for the Zero A platform to support long-term battery durability, avoiding rapid degradation even under frequent charging cycles. The brand is publicly cautious about promising extreme range numbers because consistency across many years is considered a higher priority. The Zero A appears designed for real-world users who want an EV that behaves intuitively and feels comfortable in a wide range of driving conditions. It fits drivers who value smooth longitudinal control, stable cornering, and interior quietness rather than aggressive acceleration figures. It is less aimed at enthusiasts seeking sports sedan dynamics and more. Aligned with those who want a refined and predictable driving character, Honda is signaling that the future of its EV identity will not rely on spectacle or novelty, but on maintaining driver engagement and practical comfort. The Zero A represents the foundation of that direction, a reset toward simplicity, control, and clarity in electric mobility.